From Let It Roll in Phoenix, we're here for the second half of the Scratch Division title match. A great one between two great ASU teammates, Russ Oviatt and Ben Canfield. Topping a large field in the Scratch Division today. Lots of alumni came out to bowl thanks to them. Toughest field of the year when you're factoring, you know, we got PBA champions, local stars and everybody, and it was really ASU that came to cream of the crop today. Russ, Ben, and Jacob Buttrop all made the top four. The only other bowler was Landon Carnati, who hasn't lost a JBT event since 1904, but he finally lost. And that was to Russ. He had 4 in a row going. And Russ has climbed the ladder to get to Ben here, and he just converted a 4.7910 in his previous frame, but still trails by 9 pins to Ben. 6th frame, spare working, title match. Oh, and the momentum is changing left and right. Crazy how that happens. As soon as Russ made that split, Ben opened on a triple in his 5th, and now Russ comes back and trips out the left side of the rack, and he can tie up this match. He can double here in the 7th. Good stuff on brutal lane conditions today. It's Badger on the left-hand lanes, that's super oily. Wolf on the right-hand lanes, that's super dry. We're late into the day, so Badger now hooks early and then backs up the rest of the way. Wolf just does wolf-like lupine things. I don't really know. I have no idea what Wolf does. Russ beat Jacob in round 1, like we talked about, with a runaway Brooklyn. Well, that's all right, because Jacob's whole career started with that memorable runaway Brooklyn and Desert Open. And defeated Landon handily in the semifinal match. 2 completely different styles here in the title match. Russ with the very classic game. Just pretty much physically perfect for the traditional type of style. And that double has completely swung the momentum. He's going to continue to slurp on his bucket of energy there and watch this pin comes back and see what he can answer the call. Very good friends off the lanes, but a serious deal going on here right now is a JBT major title on the line. Ben has already had one heck of a season. He won 7 times in the Arizona Conference this season, en route to holding off Tez for Bowler of the Year. And as opposed to that classic style of Oviatt, you're going to see the definition of the modern game in Benfield. Did I really just say that? In Benfield, which is a nice way to abbreviate Ben Canfield. Now he's a two-hander, as we were hinting at here, but he's also a really tall, skinny guy. And a lot of those two-handers, you see those short, little compact guys. So Ben actually has a big, big loop of an arm swing. Very pendulum-like in that arm swing, which is a little bit unusual for the two-handers. Just like there's 100 different ways to normal hand bowl, there's any different number of ways to two-handed bowl too, and boy, has Ben good at it. Up on the Wolf lane. Most two-handers go home crying when they see Wolf for anything super short laid out. Ben's able to counteract that with ball choice, hand position being really, really soft with it for a two-hander at the point of release. Brandon Wander is also good at short, the two-handers on our tour. He does all his spares two-handed as well, switches to a plastic ball, which won't hook much, but will probably hook a little on the hole. Very nicely done. So all tied up through 6. So he doesn't lose any count. He's had that strike working. Great facility here, Let It Roll. Thanks to Stacy, Amber, the whole crew for hosting us. The place looks better every time we come here, actually. So glad to see an independent center doing great here. And you'd never know there's a bowling alley here unless you drove by and go, oh, son of a gun, here's a bowling alley here. Cool. Nice facility. Speaking of nice, 2 of the nicest kids on the Scratch Division as well. We understand that what we do lends itself to hyper-competitiveness, but these are 2 super nice guys. Good to see them do well as well. Oh, goodness. Complete flip-flop in the complexion of this match from the first half of it to the second half. The problem with Badger is that it's 52 feet long, but it's not a high volume pattern. So everybody's using aggressive equipment to get any sort of rotation whatsoever, but that burns up the heads. By the time you reach game 12, like this is, you got yourself some issues. Ball's basically got to be at the pocket as the arrows and then fade the whole way. And let's see if Russ can continue to maintain momentum here. Now with the 3-pin lead after that short count, moving in the 8th. You can see Eric's the menace from Mojave. Russ is from South Dakota, so how are we going to nickname this? He's actually got one of the best. These are, yeah, that's right. These are 2 of the best nicknames on tour as well. Ben is about 8 feet tall, so Ben's nickname is Clock Tower, which I absolutely love. But even better for this, you can figure it out by looking at his shirt. Say his shirt. Say the name on his shirt fast. Soviet Union. Absolutely love it. I love clever stuff. Cute shot here for us. Oh! It takes a very minimal mistake to go Brooklyn on the wolf pattern, and that wasn't that bad, but it raced across the head pin, and another well-timed Brooklyn strike for him. He's gonna have a drink. I'd have one too. That wouldn't be water. Once you get a break, you're happy that you got it. The next thing to do is capitalize on it. Ben had a Brooklyn in his 30, fully capitalized with a good shot in the 4th. Russ would love to do the same here and take a commanding lead. A little bit of extra time, a mature move. These 2 guys know everything there is to know about bowling. And yes, I'll actually say it on camera. Well coached by Jordan Nasberg. Oh, give me some soap. Give me some palm olive. Give me some zest. Can't believe I said that. Ah, beautiful shot. Just extreme high quality stuff there from Russ. Does fully capitalize. Russ is going at, we're not far from over though. Russ is going at a 224 pace. That's a nice spare strike in the 10th. Ben can still max out for 222 himself. A mark is absolutely no gimme on either lane. Striking out is monumentally difficult. Let's see if Ben can pull it off here. Good shot. Wolf is so weird that way because even the power players, in some way the ball tends to hang sometimes, even on short oil. It's a higher volume in the front, but it's hard to figure out this pattern. It's a weird pattern. You can't square up off it, else you're lucky to hit the 2-pin. A very tricky 4-8, by the way. That's very nicely done. So now Ben must double here in the 10th, and Russ would have to have a short count open. 9 miss for Russ now is 184, 203, 212. Ben can max for 210, so you gotta throw him, make the other guy do it. Well, Wolf and Badger in a nutshell right there. Out of a 49 bowler field that, again, we all know the names Shank and Buttriff. How about throwing in Josh Blanchard in there? How about throwing in Brianna Caldwell in there? How about throwing in Landon Carnati, who simply does not lose JBT events? Russ has beaten them all to capture his first major in the tournament of all-time champions. On the website, as long as I continue to pay for it, on the title list. I just got thrown a bill. What kind of webcast is this? Well, listen, 197 would have won an awful lot of matches today, and I know it's a disappointing finish for Ben, but it is a thrilled South Dakotan back there also taking a little bit of video, I bet. That's a proud mama. Dad is doing cartwheels wherever he is right now, I'm sure. Still can't imagine why he would choose ASU, but we're happy to have him. They're down, Arizona. Josh Friends, your high U of A finisher today. Or no, Nick, you beat Josh Scratch, right? We count you. You're Tucson. We've adopted you. Well, you know, he's hurt. He got hit. That quite simply meant to be for us. He can't miss on the lane 6. Touch the head pin, they all dissolve. You cannot beat the Soviet bloc. Kazakhstan is thrilled. Tajikistan is thrilled. Help me out here. Georgia is thrilled. I think I can name them all if I really try. Sporkle. Tajikistan, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, Russia. Who cares? Let's care about a major champion, Russell Oviatt. He is a happy camper. 234 to 197. Great way to end a tough weekend for us. We'll do it all over again next week in New Mexico with their invitational weekend. See you then. Stacy Lamb, get out there.